Make sure they can hear you.
Can y'all hear me okay? Good deal.
Okay. Sorry, we're getting started late. My daughter had a basketball game tonight. It was one of those nail-biter games. We lost, but it was so close, and nobody wanted to leave. And, you know, I had to be mama first, and she had to be aunt first. So anyway, we're here, and we're ready for you, and we're super excited you guys are on here. So we're going to have a really fun night, and hopefully you're going to learn something. And so we're excited about it. So, Amber, let's start off in prayer. We need prayer right now because we're like this.
As fast as I just drove to get here, I'm a little like this. All right. Let's pray. Dear Heavenly Father, I thank you so much for this time together with our teams. Lord, I pray your blessing on this call. I pray that you'll help each and every one of us to walk away with something new. Lord, thank you so much for Plexus, for using it to bring us all together. Lord, just bless our time together. May all that we say and do honor you. In your name, amen.
Amen. A couple things I just want to remind you guys of before we get started. I want to remind you that we are recording this call, and so if you are lounging back in your chair looking all comfortable, you might just want to remember that. You could be on the permanent video. And so if you want to just, you know, make your computer look up to the ceiling or something like that, whatever you want to do.
We would prefer you don't. We like seeing all your beautiful faces.
We like seeing you. But, you know, if you're lounging around and you know, don't really want everybody to see you, whatever. So that's all I'm going to say about that. Second thing is, if you guys can help us with something tonight, we are, there's a lot of new people on here, and we are going to do some heavy, I shouldn't say heavy, some fast, kind of in-depth training tonight for our new people. And so if you guys can limit your chatting on the chat feature, that would be really helpful, because it's hard for us sometimes when we get to talking and training. It makes it hard on us because we have messages popping up and our new people see that. So we really want them to focus on the training tonight. So if you guys can help us with that, and then at the end, obviously, we can all chat away and have a good time here at the end. So those just a couple things. So, you want to go ahead and kick us off, Amber?
Sure. Well, like we said, we're going to be going to some in-depth training tonight. Since we do have a lot of new people on here, let's just say welcome. Welcome to our teams. For those of you that don't know, maybe this is your very first call. My name is Amber Livesey. This is my sister, Jana Hooten. We are the Slim Sisters. We are real sisters, not just Plexus sisters. We've had people ask us that. And we are the leaders of the Slim Sisters page. Jana's a Sapphire Ambassador. I'm an Emerald Ambassador. We're super pumped that you guys are on our teams and on our call tonight. We are going to be going into some in-depth training. I want to just say to the newbies, please don't get overwhelmed with anything. At the end, we'll have that time for question and answer. So just write down your questions as we go through. And I promise you, if I can do this business, anyone can do this business.
All right. If at any time our audio were to cut out, please somebody send something up on that chat message and let us know, because we are using a splitter right now.
Yeah.
And we just want to make sure it's working correctly.
I'll tell you what, if our audio cuts out, I'm looking at you, Terry Paxton, to send me a text message and let me know. All right? It's all on you.
No pressure.
Okay.
All right. So first thing, I hope you guys went to the Files tab on the Slim Sisters page, printed off that document that I uploaded on there. We are going to be using that tonight, and I'm hoping that that is something then that you guys will carry on, that you will take with your new ambassadors as well to use. So we invited everybody, obviously, on this call tonight because we want, for those of you that have been doing Plexus for a while, we want you to see this training that we're using and maybe consider using it with your newbies. For those of you, obviously, that are new, we wanted to be able to offer you a training to really get you off on the right start, get you off on the right foot. So hopefully, if you haven't already, go download that document. If you'll go to the Slim Sisters page and click on the Files tab, then it's the very first document there. If you're on a phone, you'll have to go to the Slim Sisters page. You'll have to push the Info button and then Files, and you should be able to find it there as well. So first thing, we're going to talk just briefly to the ambassadors who have maybe been with us for a little while. So you're on this call tonight because you want to work on how you're training your team, how you're training your new ambassadors. So we're going to briefly talk to you for just a minute, and then we're going to move right into our training for new ambassadors. All right.
So let's talk about what to do with a wholesale ambassador. A wholesale ambassador is their sign-up process is no different than a regular ambassador. They're going to pay that $34.95 to get wholesale fees, but they're not wanting to work the business, okay? So they're basically signing up just to get wholesale prices. They want to get that triplex for $109 instead of $124. All right, they still have to have the $100 go through their website every month. Everything's the same as regular ambassador. First thing that we want you guys to do with them is still add them to at least one strong team page. We prefer the Slim Sisters page, but that's just us. The reason why we say this is we want them to see what's going on our teams. Jana will tell you that when she first joined Sunday's team, she told Sunday, I do not want to work this business. Sunday went ahead and added her to a team page. Jana started seeing contests. She started seeing other people promoting and get bonuses for promoting, and she wanted in on that, okay? Those competitive people, when they start seeing those contests, when they start seeing other people promoting, they're gonna want a little more information. So add them to at least one strong team page. Now, I don't recommend adding them to every team page that's out there. That's overwhelming, and they're not gonna be for that. And keep in mind, if they want to leave that team page, they can leave it at any time. I never ask people, can I add you to a page? I go ahead and add them, and then I send them a message, hey, I added you to some team pages or to a team page if they're a wholesale ambassador. If you have any questions about anything, let me know. These pages have some great information on her for you. And a lot of times those competitive people just like it too when you welcome them to that team page and people start showing them that love and support.
Yeah, make sure whatever page you add them to is one that posts product information and business information. Yeah. You will notice on the Slim Sisters page that we post product information, we post testimonies, and we do that for multiple reasons. And that's for another call of maybe a call we'll do about how to run a team page. But make sure the page you're adding them to post product information, that whoever runs that page does that. It's important because they're just in it for the products at this point, so they need to see product information. All right, so the next thing you want to do with a wholesale ambassador, Amber described what a wholesale ambassador is, someone who just wants wholesale prices. Show them how to sign up a customer in case a family member or a friend does want to buy from them. They need to know that they have that option. They may have told you, just like I told Cindy, I don't want to work the business. But guess what? Amber and my mom ended up becoming my customer. That kind of catapulted me into working the business as well. So make sure they just know simple way how they sign up a customer if that happens, and if their mom or their best friend or somebody does want to buy from them. Make sure they know how to do that.
These wholesale ambassadors, treat them as a glorified customer. Send them product information. Make sure you're telling them, and keep in mind we need to be doing this for our customers as well, but let them know how to take their products, follow up often, make sure they're doing well on their products. And within taking their products, there's a little bit that surrounds that of what products are you taking, when are you taking them, and how much water are you drinking. Those are the first three things I ask people if they're not getting the results that they're wanting. So treat them as glorified customers, but keep in mind they are ambassadors. They could be your next rock star.
Yeah, so eventually you do want to present the option to them to do the business. This happens a lot. I get a wholesale ambassador. They're my wholesale ambassador for, 6 weeks, 2 months, and I'll send them a message and say, hey, I know you're loving your products. Let's talk about starting up your business. You'll be surprised at the response you'll get from that. Sometimes they're just waiting for you to make that offer. They're just waiting for you to make that move. So make sure your wholesale ambassadors, make sure you give them that option. Let them know, hey, I want to work the business with you too, now that you're loving your products. So Amber and I wanted to start off with that because what you do with a wholesale ambassador, and we all have them, they're great to have. 90% of the jewels in Plexus started out as wholesale ambassadors. So, Amber and I's philosophy on leading with the business. So you're going to end up with wholesale ambassadors. They're great. They're glorified customers. But we wanted to start with that so that you knew how we basically treat them. What we do with them is different than what we do with someone who comes in and says, I want to work the business. So the rest of our call is going to be geared toward those people tonight. We're going to gear those to the people that want to work the business. They're ready to make some money with this business. So that's where we're going to head from here on out with this call. Okay, so what do you do with someone who has just signed up with you? They just signed. The whole process of getting them to sign is a whole nother call, which we will talk about on another call. But you've got them to sign. They're your brand new ambassador. You're excited. They're excited. What do you do from there? The very first piece of advice I'll tell you is not to wait. Don't go waiting a week or 10 days to get in touch with them. They are excited the moment they sign up. You need to play off that. You need to go with that, and you need to help them build their belief in Plexus and to move forward, getting their business off to the right start. Okay, so that's what we're doing tonight. So so there's a couple things you need to do with them, and we're going to tell you a few things of this is how we do it and how we feel. I know every team does it a little differently. Some of you have a great system that you do, and you pass that down to your team, and we think that is incredible. But something we have so struggled with for so long, or I have anyway, is a great way to train my brand new ambassadors. I constantly feel like it's changing. I feel like I'm pulling different documents from Plexus Power Tools and I'm putting things together, and I've never felt like I just have a clear presentation of how to train someone who wants to work this business. So that's why we decided to do this call. So your person's just signed up. First thing you need to do is call them up. Notice I said call, not text. Call them up and congratulate them. Welcome them. Let them know how excited you are to have them on the team. That is the very first thing you need to do.
Why do you recommend calling instead of texting?
Because, and this is going to be a post I'll be doing here soon, passion has a voice. When they can hear your passion, they will play off that. They will go with that. You cannot express your passion through a text message or through a written message on Facebook. They need to hear your voice. All right? So next thing.
Glad you shared.
Thank you.
Set up a time to train your new ambassador. Don't feel overwhelmed by that either. We're about to teach you guys one of the best ways that we have found to train people. And keep in mind, we also have our new success kits, and we're going to talk about those just a little bit tonight. Set up a time to train your new ambassador. Make sure that you're well equipped to train them, but at the same time, don't wait to train them. If there's some information that you still need to find out, that's okay. I tell new people all the time, my new level ones, if when you're at a training with someone, if you need to pick up the phone and call me, then call me or text me. Send me a question, and I will help you as best I can. Don't wait to train them. Like Jana said, don't wait to do any of this with them. Get on it while they're still excited and they're ready to go.
Okay, so you've called and congratulated them. You've set up a time in the very, very near future that you are going to get on the phone with them, or you're going to meet with them and you're going to train them. That's what the rest of this call will be. We will show you what to do when you sit down and train them. The last thing you want to do is you want to add them to the multiple team pages and welcome them. When someone wants to work the business, you don't just add them to one team page. You add them to all the team pages that you feel are strong team pages that they can glean from. So if they want to work the business, they're not going to be annoyed by all the posts in the team pages. They're going to want to see what's going on. They're going to want to be plugged in. They're going to want to know who their upline is. So that's very important that you get them plugged in and that you welcome them on those team pages, okay? So that's your first steps that you do with someone who wants to work the business and is your brand new ambassador. So now you've done that, and ooh, something just, okay. Can y'all hear us okay? Something just sounded weird on our end. Okay. All right, we're good. So the rest of this training is going to be,
we've got 100 people on
are we
this
good?
call.
Yay! The rest of this training is going to be what you do when you sit down on the phone or you sit down person to person with someone and you train them for the very first time. So they're excited. They're ready to work the business. Where do you go from here? And this is where we've always struggled. I'm not ashamed to admit it. I mean, for 2 years now, Amber and I both admit, when we first started, Sunday was fairly new. We didn't have a formal training. It was kind of like, pull something from here, pull something from here, and learn it here. And it was a little crazy.
So those of you that have stuck with us during all of that,
thank you.
High five.
Yeah. All right. Give yourself a pat on the back. So what brought about this call was, I hear all the time from you guys. One thing I hear a lot is, how do you train your new people, Jana? What do you do with your new people? And I'll get that message and I'll be like, oh, I don't want you to know what I do with my new people, because I feel like it changes from person to person, and I never feel like I'm consistent person to person. And I feel like I'm always trying to, come up with a new training that's effective and works, but doesn't overwhelm a brand new person. So I had heard that Sunday actually had discovered this training. It is a training that Tamara Holloway does. And I just basically heard Tamara Holloway talk about it. And it's basically she just gave the outline of how she does this and what she does. And I decided to run with it because I've heard it done with a brand new person, and it was so good and very, very effective that I thought, this is it. This is what I want to do. This gets people excited and gets them on the ball, gets them going, and gives them the tools that they need. So the very first thing when I sit down with someone and I look in the eye or I get them on the phone, and the very first thing I tell them is, listen, you're going to have questions. You're going to have a lot of on-the-job training, as I like to call it, because as you go along, you're going to get questions you don't know the answers to. You're going to get thrown, curveballs that you're going to be like, I don't know what the answer to that is. So I make sure my newbies always have my phone number. I make sure they know that they can text me at any time, and if I'm available, I will text them right back. And if I'm not available at that very moment, I will tell them I will get right back with them. The other thing I do when it's a personal level one, I make sure they have Sunday's phone number. So get your sponsor's permission before you do that, but I make sure they have her phone number. That way, if someone's in a crunch and maybe they're talking with a potential and that potential's ready to sign up that minute, but they really need to know an answer to something. If I'm not available, if I'm at my daughter's basketball game and I can't pull my phone out right then and answer the question, then I want them to be able to get a hold of Sunday and ask the question, okay? So that's the first thing I do. Oh, can y'all hear my dogs? Woo, hold on just a second. Hang on, we got a little dog drama going on. I got a new puppy, for those of you that don't know, and my 13-year-old dog
just got eaten.
My 13-year-old dog still does not like the puppy. It's a little intense around here, guys.
Well, and my puppy's here tonight too, so
it's so exciting. Okay, me and Amber decided tonight that for our next contest we may give away a dog. So you guys stay tuned. You may be getting a dog.
2 dogs, maybe.
Yeah. Okay, so you guys get ready. My girls just said, nuh-uh. Okay, so that is the very first thing I tell somebody. Please don't feel like you're bugging me when you reach out to me. When I'm telling this to my level ones. Yes. Don't feel like you're bugging me. I am here to help you grow. So no question's a dumb question. Let me know what your questions are. If I don't know the answer, I'll find it for you. All right? So this training, as you can see, we call it engaging, equipping, and empowering your new ambassadors. That's what we want to do, right? We want to get you, a new ambassador, off to the right start on the right foot.
All right. So what's the first thing you want to talk to someone about when you sit down to train them? Like Jana mentioned, either face-to-face, on the phone, or you can get on Zoom too. If they're long distance, get on Zoom. You don't have to pay for an account to do that, to just train one-on-one. I love doing that. We want to talk to them very first thing about their why. Ask them, okay, tell me why you want to do Plexus. What is your why? And I tell people all the time, your why is going to change. This business is full of ups and downs. If you were on a call with me the other night, you heard with Amy Triplett's team, you heard me relate this business to like a roller coaster. And I actually really love that analogy. I don't ride a roller coaster because it's scary. I ride a roller coaster because it's fun. But through the process, there might be some scary parts. I also have never ridden a roller coaster by myself. I'm always surrounded by other people, and as you are in Plexus. Isn't that a great analogy, you guys? Thank you. Anyway, what is your why? This business is full of ups and downs, but when your why is established, you can always go back to that why, and it will motivate you and inspire you and keep you going. Okay, I have my why in my notes on my phone. Over the past well over 2 years, my why has continued to change as my business changes, as I get new ambassadors, as I get more ambassadors, as I promote, my why changes, and it will change for you. We heard someone say one time your why should make you cry, and that sounds a little cheesy, but when you start talking about getting financial freedom for you and your spouse and your children and your grandchildren, oftentimes that will almost bring you to tears, or it will bring you to tears. One way to keep the passion going for this, and we tell people all the time, that's the key to this business, is passion. Once you have passion for Plexus, you have passion for our products, you have passion for our business, you're going to want to get on Zoom calls. You're going to want to post on Facebook. You're going to want to do all those other things that you need to do to grow a great business. But you've got to start off with that passion and keep that why really, really strong. And something that I heard at convention, and for the life of me, I can't remember who said it, but every month, go to YouTube and find 2 to 4 videos, new testimonials that get you a little shaken up about why you're doing this. Testimonials where you see these are changing people's lives. I think right off the top of my head of my friend Christy Wells, my buddy Steven's wife. Her testimonial, every time I hear it, whether it be through YouTube or in person, I'm just like, oh dear Lord, it's like a Lifetime movie. It is a beautiful testimonial about how Plexus has changed her life. That will keep you driven. That will keep your why going, okay, I'm doing this. This is why I'm doing this. So I encourage you guys to do that. And by the way, I learned that little tip at convention, which is coming up in June. You might want to register for it because it's amazing.
Yep, you might want to show up for convention. It could change your life. All right, so next thing that we talk about is what are your goals? That ties right in with your why, but you really need to establish what your goals are. What is your weekly goals? What is your monthly goals? So I can remember when I first got started, my first goal for my first full month was to make enough to cover our car payment. That was my goal. I wanted to make enough to cover my car payment. And then I had weekly goals of how many ambassadors I wanted to sign and how many customers I wanted to sign. And I remember telling Cindy, this is my goal. This is how many people I want to sign this first full month. I was a little, I was very overly ambitious and I didn't even know it. And the cool thing about Cindy was she didn't say, you're not going to be able to do that, because if she had it, I probably wouldn't have. And so instead, I did actually achieve that goal, which it was an insane goal, and I still don't know how I achieved it, but whatever, did it. And it's because I think Cindy didn't try to squish those dreams and those goals. So set your goals, set the bar high, and see what you can do with them. It's important to put those goals in front of you. And then something else that I like to do is when you have those goals, I want you to sit back, I want you to close your eyes, and I want you to visualize those goals and them coming true, them happening. Okay, visualize that you reach those goals. Sounds a little cheesy, but it really does work. Think about it. Sit back and visualize what it looks like for you to have made enough money next month to make your car payment. Sit back and visualize what it looks like next month for you to say, look, hon, I made enough to cover our mortgage payment this month. All right? Sit back and think about what it looks like to visualize to tell your kiddo, hey, we make enough now, I can put you in those gymnastics lessons. Whatever it is that your goal is, think about it and visualize it, and that's going to actually really help you achieve that goal, okay? So write them down, keep them in front of you, and visualize those goals.
All right, Facebook posting. I love this topic. Before we get into this topic very much at all, I want y'all to keep in mind we are doing a call. What is the date of that call?
It's next Monday night.
Next Monday night.
Yes,
so
next
less
Monday
than a
night.
week.
The 25th.
Next Monday night. All about social media. This social media can be your very best friend in this business if you let it. You can't completely 100% just rely on that, but it can catapult your business. And next Monday night, we're doing a call all about social media. So be sure to get on that call. So we're just going to talk briefly about social media tonight since we're covering so many topics. Facebook posting, be smart. Don't use graphics. Y'all, people scroll right past graphics. They look like ads. They are ads. If you want to post a graphic, I would say like once every 2 weeks, just to let people know I'm still plugging away at Plexus. Go for that. but testimonials, personal stories is what gets people's attention. Find those testimonials. Listen, sure, we can define a graphic. For example, I will go so much farther if I post a testimonial about how ProBio 5 has helped someone, rather than I just post a picture of ProBio 5 and the statistics of ProBio 5. Okay?
Somebody just started screen sharing.
Hold on. Becky, I'm not sure how to pronounce that last name. Mayali. You are sharing your screen. Okay, there we go. There we go. I got it back. Thanks, Becky. But just be careful not to post too many graphics, too many just, this is Plexus, you know, and a pretty little picture of a bottle of Plexus, or
one that was brought to my attention today was the truck. You know, you've seen the picture of the truck that has all the boxes of Plexus in the back of it. No, nobody wants to stop and read that. People want to see meaningful things on Facebook. So posting graphics like that, but like Amber said, even product graphics sometimes don't really do a whole lot of good.
So make sure to keep your posts. I'm gonna keep talking. I'm really sorry. Are we good? Okay. Make sure to keep your post as personal as you possibly can. As often as you can, write something about Plexus in direct relation to yourself. You may be thinking it's something small, okay? But it may, and we give this illustration a lot, it may be, hey, the boss brought in donuts to work today and I walked right past him, with a picture of you holding your Plexus Slim. You know, hashtag thank you Plexus or something like that. Keep it as personal as you can. When I share other people's stories, I'm going to write in there, my sister, and I'm going to tag her, Jana Hooten, shares this about Plexus, or my friend Heather Adams has this to say about Plexus, or whoever it may be, and I'm going to tag Heather in that post. I want people to see, hey, this is a real person. This isn't someone I've just made up, okay? And I know them at least well enough that I'm friends with them on Facebook, okay? Testimonials sell our products. But if you scroll through Plexus, if you scroll through Facebook and a testimonial catches your eye, it will more than likely catch the eye of your friends, especially if you're anything like us and your Facebook feed is really full of Plexus. I know that if something catches my eye, it's going to catch the eye of someone else, because I see Plexus so often. And something that I do with my posts, and I'm going to move past this here because I know we're doing a whole call about this, but I will find posts that I like. I will send myself a Facebook message with those posts, because I may find 6 or 7 posts in one day that I think, wow, that really caught my attention. I don't need to post about Plexus 6 or 7 times in one day. I just don't need to. So I'm going to send myself a message with those posts and with the picture that caught my attention, and then I'll post them later on that week. There's also, and we'll get into this more, there's also programs out there that will post on Facebook for you, and we'll get into that more next week. Be consistent in your posting. Hold on, folks. We're sorry. We have got a temperamental, tiny.
This is the good one, so I'm going to hold him. Isn't he cute?
Okay. All right. Yes, you can say post for later. Be consistent with your posting, okay? So if you go 4, 5, 6 days without posting Plexus, guess what? Your Facebook audience is going to go, well, she's not, there's my puppy. She's gone this while without posting Plexus. Maybe she's not real serious about it. Maybe he's given up. I thought they might be throwing in the towel, and maybe that's happened. You can't be a sporadic poster. You've got to stay on it. Our rule of thumb is post Plexus twice a day. And for every Plexus post you have, try to have 1 or 2 personal posts. Make sure your Facebook wall doesn't just look like a big Plexus ad. Your friends are your friends for a reason. They want to see about your life and your kids and your spouse and all that good stuff. Facebook is the best marketing tool that we have, and it is free. Get on Facebook and post your little hearts out. And by the way, if you're not sure what to post and you see I've said the word post like 500 times. There's a prize out there for anyone who knows how many times I said post. Anyways, if you see another post by any other ambassador, feel free to share that post, but do not click the share button. Okay? Jana, why don't we click the share button?
For the 99th time. You never click the share button because people do not read shared posts. So my niece, Lindsay, who's on here today, just got done making an incredible Plexus post. Woo-woo, Lindsay. Okay, so it's really, really good. You guys should go read it. But I would not just want to go and click share. I would not go click share. People would not read it. So say you guys like the Plexus post I did yesterday. You are more than welcome to go to my post and copy and paste the wording, save the picture, and just make it your own post. I want your Facebook audience to read your posts. So make them your own. You do not have to give me credit for it. You do not, and please just do not click the share button. It is not effective at all, and it will not help you get business at all. So
are you going to share that? Okay, go.
Well, one more thing I want to say. I think there's actually a few people on here that do not have a Facebook. Shocking, I know. If you do not have a Facebook, I just highly encourage you to get one. Any Plexus ambassador that's had any success will tell you that Facebook has been a major tool in growing their business. Twitter's great, Instagram's great. I know people that use LinkedIn. They're awesome. I'm just telling you, Facebook is the way to go. It's the route to go. It is where you're going to get more of an audience. I think we're going to try to cover a little bit of the other social media sites next week when we talk about that, but the bulk of it will still be about Facebook. If for no other reason, you need to get on Facebook so you can see what's going on in the team pages. You need to see what's going on in the team pages. That's where we train. That's where we pass along information from corporate. That's where you're going to find the information you need to grow a business. So if you don't have one, you need to get one.
It's very hard to grow a Plexus business without Facebook. And the reason, because it's 2016. Everybody's on Facebook. That's the way we communicate nowadays. It's the way we keep up with each other. Get on Facebook. And one last thing about Facebook. Do not get discouraged if nobody's liking and nobody's commenting on your post. The majority of people will message you. Most people will not comment on a post. Oh man, I've got bad IBS. I need help. Talk to me more about this. They're going to message you with that information. Most people will not be like, man, I need to lose a few lbs. They're going to message that information to you. They're going to talk to you about that personally. And when they do, make sure you listen more and you talk less. Now, that being said, when you see another Plexus ambassador posting on Facebook, no matter what they've posted, well, pretty much no matter what they've posted, always like or comment on their post. Because of the Facebook algorithms, it's going to keep boosting that post up their friend's newsfeed the more likes it gets.
Yeah.
So always, always, always like or comment on another Plexus ambassador's post.
So make sure you comment on it. When a post can get 3 comments, it boosts that's in our new success guide. It boosts that post into everyone's newsfeed. So 3 comments will do it. So if you see a post that has 2, make sure you make it the 3rd one. That's been my goal ever since I read that in that success guide.
You can message that ambassador, be like, I'll split your bonus with you. You're welcome.
Even if you just post like, that's awesome. I mean, it doesn't really matter. Just it'll boost it into that news feed. And then the fun thing is when you start doing that to your sideline Plexus partners, they're going to start doing it for your posts too. Okay, they're going to start commenting, and you're going to get a lot more traction with this post. All right, so tune in next week. We are working on that training.
About IBS. Sorry. It was funny.
It was funny. All right, so tune in next week. We're going to try to do a little bit more in-depth training. That seems to be the thing. Everybody gets lost. And one of the things I find holds people back, this goes along with Lindsay's post, and I listened to that call, Lindsay. That was great. I'm going to post it on the Slim Sisters page, is the fear of what people think about you posting on Facebook. So we will start off with that topic next week. When we talk about Facebook, we're going to start right off the bat with that fear of what other people are thinking as you're posting, because we've been there. I don't really care much anymore. It doesn't matter to me anymore. But trust me, we have been there, and that fear holding you back of what other people are thinking. So we'll talk about that next week. All right, so number 4 is list making. So we've talked about Facebook. Facebook is awesome to get the word out there. It doesn't matter if you become a diamond ambassador with Plexus, you never want to quit posting for multiple reasons. And we will talk more about that next week of why you never want to quit posting on Facebook, even if you think every single person on your Facebook friends list has heard about Plexus and you've talked to them, you still want to keep posting. Number 4, list making. Make your list of 100 people and always be adding to it. So if you haven't made a list of 100 people, and I'm telling you, I bet you, if I could guess, there's people on here that's been with Plexus for a year or more, and maybe you're even doing great, but you still haven't made your list of 100. I'm going to encourage you to drop everything else you're doing with your business. Everything.
Except for this Zoom call.
Except for
Stay on this call.
Wait till the call's over. Okay, wait till the call's over. Write it on your hand or something. And then when it's over, I challenge you to sit down with a notepad and a pen and start making a list of 100 people. What 100 people do you want to do this business with? All right? A lot of people think they can't think of 100 people. I guarantee you that every single one of you know 100 people. Either people you went to elementary school, people you went to high school with. Start thinking, who did I play basketball with in high school? Who was my first college roommate? Who did I cheer with in high school? Who was the first person at my first job that I worked with? You know, when you got your first job right out of high school, maybe. Who was it? Who did I work with back then? And then I challenge you to find them on Facebook, first of all. Go find them and friend them on Facebook. And we'll talk some more about that next week as well. But use the Frank's method. That's in that new success guide for those of you that got it. And for those of you that didn't, I challenge you to please buy that thing when it comes available. Oh my goodness, that thing is amazing, and it will help you do these trainings, and it will help your new ambassadors as well. But use the Frank's method. So Frank stands for friends, relatives, acquaintances, neighborhood, kids connections, and service organizations. So sit down and think, who do I know friends-wise? Think of just your friends, relatives, acquaintances, who through my kids' connections. Oh my goodness. I mean, if you have a few kids and they've been in school for any amount of time, you know that list alone can get huge. I mean, you think of all the sports they've played and the schools they've been in and all of the, the dance that they've done and everything else, you can start thinking of a lot of people. And then your service organizations, groups you've been part of, your churches, start thinking through people through that, and you can come up with a list of 100 in no time. Then what do you do with that list of 100? First thing you do is you always keep it in sight. I heard a call today where she said she keeps it right at her computer. I mean, it is right there. So when she sits down to her computer, one of the first things she does when she gets to work is messages the next person on that list of 100. She sends them a message, okay? A cold call message. We'll talk some more about that this week. I've got some posts lined up for our team about that, about making those cold call messages to your list. But you're going to start reaching out to them with, like I mentioned earlier, preferably a phone call, a Facebook voice message. Does everybody know? If you've ever messaged me through Facebook, then you know what a Facebook voice message is, because it's pretty much all I use anymore. I do it for several reasons. It's efficient, saves time, but people can hear my voice. So they know I'm excited about Plexus. They know I'm excited about their team growing, or whatever it is I'm voice messaging them about. But if you go into Messenger, and you go to send a message to someone, down at the bottom is a little microphone. If you push on it, a red button will appear. You push down on it, hold it, and you can leave a voice message for someone. It has to be less than a minute. It'll cut you off after a minute. So if you ever leave me a message and I message you back, you'll get like 8 messages from me, because I seem to not be able to reply to anyone in less than 8 minutes. So that's how you leave a voice message using Messenger. You can also do it if you have an iPhone. You can leave a voice message through a text. At the very least, you can send them a text or a Facebook written message. But preferably, they need to hear your voice. So passion has a voice, like we mentioned. So when you can use that messenger or give them a call, it is a lot more effective that way. So I'm fixing to give you guys a challenge probably tomorrow about this and about reaching out to people, reaching out to your list of 100. And I'm going to give you some actual suggestions on what to say. I'm going to give you like 4 suggestions on what exactly you can say to someone when you're reaching out to that list of 100. But your first goal is to make your list of 100 people that you want to share Plexus with.
Okay, moving right along, we are going to share with you guys some of our favorite resources. And again, as we're going through this call, we are not just wanting to train you guys. I hope y'all are taking great notes and you have the notes in front of you so that you can pass this along to your newbies. So great resources to learn more about Plexus. The team pages are essential. We try our hardest to get anything that we see that is just excellent or could be helpful at all on the Slim Sisters page. If you'll go look on our files tab on the Slim Sisters page, there's a lot of stuff in there. And you can also go to those team pages. There's a search bar. So if you know that Jana or I shared something a while back, you know, we get, just for example, we get tagged in our Leading with the Business video all the time, which we're going to remake, by the way. We're going to look fancier.
And we're going to put it on YouTube.
Because it gets shared all the time, because we're going to be famous at conventions. Anyways, I just did a Stephen Wells face.
You sounded like Stephen Wells.
So, anyways, team pages are huge. They are so important. They are so vital. There's the Slim Sisters page. There is Sunday Superstars. Then there's Alicia McKee's page, which is called Journey to Gyms. There's Beth Anderson's page, which is called Team Anderson. And then there's the Destination Diamond Dream Team page, and that is run by our upline, Jen Hawkins and Celeste Quinn. So make sure that you're pulling resources from those team pages, that you're engaged in those team pages. And by the way, when you see another ambassador going in those team pages and welcoming a lot of new people, go on Facebook and follow that ambassador. They're doing something right. Figure out what it is. Training calls, these Zoom calls that you guys get on, y'all, we try to make them really applicable. We try to make them fun. I bring the humor. I know. Janet does too. I'm just kidding. I don't know either. But these training calls are so important. When you see this, that we're doing a training call, if you ever see anyone on our upline doing a training call, do everything you can to get on them. They're so very, very important. PlexusPowerTools.com. This is a resource that I use all the time. It is $10 for a year. It could very well be the best $10 you spend on your business. Plexus Power Tools, it is run by an ambassador. He knows what he's doing. Everything on there is compliance approved. Everything on there is kept very much up to date. So I encourage you to look into that. There are things in there that tell you, what to do when an ambassador first reaches out to you, when someone first reaches out to you to become an ambassador. There's different things in there that you can literally just copy and paste and send to people, or what we would rather you do is read over it, learn the material, and call them or send them a Facebook message. PlexusPowerTools.com. There are tons of YouTube videos out there. Some of my favorites, and Janet can share her favorites too, Sonia Dudley and Sarah Marble for the business. Those two I love for the business. For our products. Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's better now.
We'll talk about product videos in a minute. There's so many YouTube calls out there. There are, or YouTube videos. There are YouTube videos that corporate has produced that we saw a lot of the new ones at Super Saturday, and those are now live on YouTube. And there's lots of other great training ones out there by some really good diamond ambassadors. The new Plexus Success Kit, and we're going to do a whole call in a couple weeks dedicated to that kit. Once we learn it more, and once everyone on here has the opportunity to purchase one, if you weren't at Super Saturday, we're going to be doing a call all about that kit and how to use it and how to implement it in your business. But y'all, there is some amazing resources in there. I encourage you guys, all y'all that got them at Super Saturday, get it out, start digging through it. I mean, it is awesome. I wish we'd had something like that when we first signed up. Oh my word. So all of that to say, those are some great resources that we have right at our fingertips. We don't have to reinvent the wheel. The ideas are out there for us. The resources are out there for us. They're right there.
All right. I hope you guys are taking notes. I hope we haven't completely overwhelmed you yet, but we are trying to give you the tools to get your business off to the right start. So I hope you guys are still hanging in there with us. All right. Amber's leaving. She's done.
No.
All right. She's had enough training. She's taking the puppy. Okay, so the next thing that I share with a brand new ambassador is live events. Corporate sponsors a few live events each year all around the country. The last one we just had was Super Saturday. I know a bunch of you was at a Super Saturday. There was 15 of them across the country. We went to the one here in Dallas. All the training was the same. Everybody got the same exact training. It was amazing. It was just a day packed full of training. So it was really, really good. So the next big live event that you'll hear us talking a lot about is convention. I made a post today.
What's the other one called?
Well, if they do the Opportunity of a Lifetime Tour. We haven't heard details or dates on that, but hopefully that should be this spring. So when we find out more information about that, we will let you know. And that is a tour that our executives do. And they'll make about 15 stops all across the country on different nights. And it's a lot of fun, and it's a great thing to bring potentials to. So as soon as we get information on that, we will pass that along. But we are pushing convention hard and heavy. Convention is unlike anything else. For one thing, it's just a blast. And secondly, I mean, you walk away very inspired. You walk away with amazing tools. It is not just a, lights and, fluff type of event. It is very educational. It is tons of training. You walk away feeling empowered and ready to get your business going and kick it into high gear. But you also have a blast while you're there. You meet so many people that then they're not even on your team, but you meet them, and I've done this. You team up with them, and you guys bounce each other, bounce ideas off of each other, and you share ideas with each other. And so you don't bounce each other. Okay, I thought you wouldn't catch that. Okay, so you bounce ideas off of each other. Oh, this is being recorded. Okay, so that's what you do with those people you meet at convention. So I made a post today about how to get to convention financially. I know for some of you that are just getting started, you're like, oh my goodness, I got to buy an airline ticket. And oh my goodness, I got to pay for a hotel room. Couple things. Keep looking. Right now is probably not the best time to buy airline tickets. If you'll wait a little bit longer, they'll actually be a little bit cheaper. A hotel room. Find 3 other friends. 4 of you in a hotel room. You'll have a blast, and it'll cut way down on the cost of the hotel room. And lastly, some things people don't even realize, the whole entire trip will be a tax write-off for your business. The whole thing. So just remember that when you're considering the costs, and read that post that we made today about the costs and how to break it down and what it would just, the simple way you can get there by just doing a few things with your business. You can make the money to get there. And if you can get yourself there, it will pay dividends in your business. So you're going to want to be there. So live events are important. Huh?
There's a whole convention contest too, where you can win or earn, I should say, all that stuff. I cannot wait for a convention. I told Randa today, I'm dying to see them. I can't wait for convention. So I'm so excited.
Anytime you can get to any live event, though, you need to get there. So say another Jewel is in your area. Say you're not here in Dallas with us. You're in another area, and you see something pop up on one of those team pages that you're part of about a training that's going to be done or an opportunity meeting that's going to be done. If they're posted on those team pages, then you're invited to go. We truly are one Plexus. And so when Amber and I do meetings here, we welcome other ambassadors and other teams to our meetings. And we know that in turn, when there's a meeting going on in Florida or there's a meeting going on in North Carolina and one of our team members want to go, that they are going to be welcome with open arms. So when you can get to a live event, it does something for you. It really does show that this whole thing is bigger than you. I mean, and you feel like you're part of something. It makes you feel like you're part of a team, and that's what you need to feel like to be able to grow. So you're not alone in this business, and it helps you to realize that. Amber, are you ready?
Yes. I lost my notes real quick. Okay. Live events. Next, more resources. Number 7 is books. Y'all, I'm not a reader, but I make myself sometimes read these Plexus books. A lot of times I'll download them. I'll listen to them in my car as I'm going here and there. I shouldn't say Plexus books, but books that help you in this business. A couple that we want to recommend to you guys, GoPro by Eric Warre. Is it Warre or Warre? Warre. It's a great book all about network marketing. I think I have 10 or 12 copies at home. I'll just throw this out there. If you want one, let me know, and I'll try to send you one. The next one is Rock Your Network Marketing Business by Sarah Robbins. I do know both of those books are for sure on Kindle as well. Sarah Robbins, it's not, keep in mind, none of these books are strictly Plexus. They're all about how to grow in network marketing, which is so very important. The next book is basically any book by John Maxwell. Leadership is so important in this business. He is, in my opinion, the best author on leadership in our generation. Get a hold of one of his books. I would maybe even start with one of his books as you're getting started in Plexus, and then venture into some of the other ones. And those are just a few that we want to recommend to you guys. And you, like I said, you can download them and listen to them as well.
Yeah, and the thing about those 2 network marketing books is if you are ready to do this and you've never done network marketing before, you need to understand network marketing. You need to understand what this business is and how it works. Those books will explain that to you. And I like them because one's written by a guy, one's written by a girl, so it's very different perspectives, but excellent training. So they're quick reads, easy reads. Okay, products. If there's probably 2 things, there's 2 things that I hear the majority of the time that stops people in their tracks from working their business. One is Facebook and posting, and they're going, I don't know if I can do it. I'm scared. I'm afraid. I don't know what to post. Okay, so join us next week and we'll tell you. We'll help you get that first post up. We will help you with that. The second thing I hear all the time, I don't know enough about the products. I don't feel comfortable selling this when I don't feel like I know enough about the products. I am so thankful that maybe I'm just so clueless that that didn't even cross my mind when I started Plexus. I was just like, really? Like, I just know they work. That's all I needed to know. Okay? So do not let the fear of not knowing what every single ingredient in every product is, or exactly what every ingredient is designed to do. Don't let the fear of that hold you back. I like that statement. I think I put it in here, that belief trumps knowledge, and it does. Belief trumps knowledge any day. So when someone knows that you believe in our products and they know that you believe in our company, these are your friends coming to you, right? These are your acquaintances that know you and they trust you, or else they wouldn't have come to you. So when they know that you believe in them, that's going to go a lot farther sometimes than just spilling out facts and about our products. You know, you can be as knowledgeable as you want to be up here about our products, but if it's not here and the belief is not there, it's probably not going to help you anyway. So here's what you need to know. I am not a product expert. You will never hear me get on here and say, Jana's going to do a call all about our products. That would never happen, and probably none of you would log on if it did happen. That's why we bring experts on here. We have got somebody coming the very 1st of February, Kim, I think it's like February 2nd, that is a product expert, and she is going to fill us in on everything product with all of our products, and you're going to be blown away at what our products do and are designed to do. That's why we bring them on here. That's why we do that, so you can learn from them. It has never held me back, and I will never let it hold me back, because if someone throws me a question that I don't know the answer to, I know how to find it. I know how to go to Facebook and search it on the team pages. I have learned certain videos that I can go to, and I can either send that person that video. I'll just say, hey, I got a video I can send to you about BioCleanse, and it's gonna answer your questions, and I know where to go to find that. So don't let your fear of not knowing enough about the products hold you back, because I can guarantee you when your buddy says, hey, I've got, I don't know, what's a good one? A disease or something. I don't know.
Fibromyalgia.
Okay, I got fibromyalgia. Well, I don't have fibromyalgia, but there was a time I would be like, I don't know what would be the best products for you, but I will find out for you. And then I could go to the team pages, I could search it, I could ask for some advice from some people on those team pages, and then I could find testimonials as well through YouTube and get the answers for them. And so no one is ever insulted by you saying to them, I don't know the answer to that question, but I will find the answer to that question for you. And then just don't forget to get that answer for them and get it to them in a timely manner. Okay, so one of the best things, though, you can do is to try to educate yourself. I mean, I've come a long way in learning about our products. So learn what you can about our products. Take some time just to go in and do Google benefits of, and Google the benefits of aloe. Google the benefits of, I'm trying to think of something off the top of my head, an ingredient. Whatever, just pull an ingredient list from one of our products and start Googling the benefits of those certain ingredients and see what they do for you, okay? You'll be amazed at what happens there. Also, watch videos from the experts. Go in. Jennifer Pickett, I like her videos because they're short but very concise, and I like watching her videos on our products. I send them to potentials a lot. I like Ami Darling. She's on this list as well. Wendy Larson did a call for us. That was a great call. You can find that on the Slim Sisters page, the actual video that she did, and in the Files tab, there is notes from that call as well that covers our products. And Lori Harrison, there's also many more on YouTube. When you start going to YouTube and searching, there's a lot of jewels on there that have done product videos. So you need to educate yourself, but don't ever let the lack of education, because you're just getting started, hold you back.
Thank you, Jana.
You're welcome.
All right, number 9, hope and belief. This is probably, in my opinion, the biggest one on this list. If you start out perhaps with excuses, if you start out thinking maybe I can, maybe I can't, you're giving yourself an out. You've got to have some hope in yourself. You've got to have some belief in yourself, in our products and in this business. Listen, take it from us. People are going to quit. Okay? You're going to sign up someone who maybe, boosted you to silver, or someone who helped get you to gold, and then you turn around and they're a white line and they've quit. Don't give up. Okay, guys, you've got to keep believing that this is going to work for you. I look at my back office and I see some of those white lines, but if I stared at them and let them get me down, I couldn't do this business any longer. That would consume me. You've got to stand up, move on, and keep going forward. You've got to. You've got to have hope and belief that these products and this business will work for you. A great way to do that, take some time every day to watch a diamond documentary. Can we just pause for a minute and think about how exciting it's going to be when Jana goes diamond and she gets to do a diamond documentary? I might
let you be in it.
Hello. And then when I go diamond and it's the best diamond documentary. Anyways, I'm so humble. But listen, take some time each day, watch a diamond documentary. Hear from these stay-at-home moms. Hear from these nurses, hear from these dads, hear from these coaches that, maybe they don't have a college degree, or, they were a stay-at-home mom. They didn't work outside the home, and they made this business work for them. Okay? Not only does that help you, but it also helps if someone connects you and they're in the nursing field, okay, I'm going to send her Sarah Marble's diamond documentary or whatever. Helps you get familiar with them. But it also helps build that hope and belief for yourself. Y'all, those diamond documentaries, I know a lot of you guys, as Jana and I, you've met some of those people. They're just normal people, okay? They are normal people. I'm telling y'all, they, look normal. They have 5 fingers, or 10 fingers, 5 fingers, 5 fingers, 10 fingers, 10 toes. They're just like you. They're just like me. And they did this business. They made it work for them, just as we all can make it work for us. The only time you really lose in this business is when you quit. Don't quit. Come to us for help. Let us talk to you. I told Jana tonight, there's a girl on this basketball team, and she kept shooting baskets, and not one of them were going in. But for crying out loud, she kept shooting those baskets. And I said, it's kind of like Plexus. You may not get one, but you keep on trying. All right? You keep trying. I don't mean that.
Keep on shooting.
You'll get a basket.
Right.
All right, calm down. You keep on shooting. And come to your upline for help. Like Jana said earlier, that is what we're here for. We want to help you guys. I don't even know how many times we had questions about Plexus when we were first getting started. And many nights were spent in Jana's house, where we're at right now, watching YouTube videos, researching, and trying to figure some stuff out. So
Yeah. So, yeah, hope and belief is big. You guys, you have hope that these products are going to work. You have hope that this business is going to work. So constantly be building your belief. And there's multiple ways to do that. Friend people on Facebook that are successful, see what they're doing, see what success they're having. Watch those diamond documentaries. It will build your belief. And then, you know, don't overcomplicate this. Mm-hmm. If you're brand new, we just shelled out a bunch of information to you. I hope you feel like that we have kind of laid it out for you in a format that is easy to understand in 9 points here. But I want you to realize it boils down to you sharing what we have. That's what network marketing is. You have to share it. So we've given you tools to share it. We've told you great ways to go about sharing it. Now it's up to you. You have to go and you have to share what we've been given. You have to share these products and you have to share this business. And if you do that, and if you do it consistently, and if you do it boldly and with belief, you're going to be successful. If you waver in that, though, and you decide, I'm going to post tomorrow, and then you think, oh, I wonder what everybody thought of me when I posted, and then, I don't know, 10 days later, you're like, I think I'll throw up another post now. I'm overthinking, you know, oh, I'm done worrying about what everybody thought about me 10 days ago, so I think I'm brave enough to do it again. If that's how you start your business, then that's what you'll get out of your business. But if you are bold with it and you're willing to share, then, we got somebody sharing the screen again.
Melissa, there's no last name, started to share her screen. She is on Firefox.
So if you're willing to do that, that's what this business is. 100% is sharing what we've been given. All right, so that's where I would end a training with someone for the most part, other than here's what I will tell you. If that is where someone had ended a training with me, I would have probably been upset. I'm one of those people that if I'm going to work and I'm going to bust my tail for this company, I want to know how I'm getting paid. Anybody else out there like that? Raise your hand. You want to know how you're getting paid, okay? So we are not going to cover the whole compensation plan right now. But if I was sitting down with you face to face and you said, okay, I'm willing to do everything you just talked about, Jana. I'm going to start making my list. I'm going to start reaching out to people. I'm going to start educating myself. I'm going to start posting on Facebook. I'm ready to go, but tell me what I'm going to get in return for it. Then that's when I would pull out my compensation plan chart and I would show them how we get paid. If you do not understand the compensation plan yet, you're fairly new yourself, that's where your upline comes into play. Okay, there are several videos out there, and Plexus just came out with a brand new compensation plan video. But I think nothing really beats you sitting down one-on-one and explaining the compensation plan. That is something we have in the works too, to try to do another training where we talk nothing but compensation plan. So we don't have a date on that yet, but it is on our radar to do a training soon, just explaining the compensation plan. So that is something else I would cover with someone is compensation plan. Then, I just lost my notes. Okay. And then you'll see at the bottom of this. And then I would make sure I tag them with the Leading with the Business video that Amber mentioned. You can go to the Slim Sisters page, type in Leading with the Business, and find that video that we made. And I make sure I tag them in that. I want to make sure they know that when someone does come to them and say, okay, tell me more, I want them to know how to lead with the business and why it's important. And it's all explained in that video. I also make sure I tag them in the What Do I Do Now post. That is not a video, that's a post. And so if you will go to the Slim Sisters page and search What Do I Do Now, you will see a post. There's a big green box that says What Do I Do Now. That helps you with your wording, with knowing how to communicate with people when they do come to you and that kind of thing. And then the last thing is the success kit that some people have, some people don't. So we'll talk about that more when everybody gets one of those in their hands. But the success kit really goes right along with the training we did tonight. It is obviously, I don't have mine right here with me. The book, the main book that goes with the success kit that's spiral bound, it's not something you could sit down here in an hour and cover. So it's something that they're going to need to take. You're going to give them these tools that we've given you tonight. And then they're going to take that, and everything in that book is going to help grow and expound on what we talked about tonight. There you go, Terry Patton. Let's get you started. Yep. It is fantastic. There's the new kit. Yes, it is. We were going through it tonight, getting ready for this call. That new kit is amazing. So I'm excited for you guys to get that in your hands. I'm excited for our new ambassadors to start getting it. It is truly, which I know this is not the case on this team, but if someone were to sign up and not have any upline, any direction from their upline, any guidance, if they wanted this business bad enough, they could take that kit and they could grow a team and they could be successful. Everything is in there, and it comes directly from us. Every piece of information they put in that guide and that whole kit comes from us saying, this is what we want our people to know, and this is what we want our people to know, and this is how you train them. So it is amazing, and I'm excited about it. So, Amber, you got anything else?
That's all we got. When we do the rest of the calls this month, we're going to be doing the product call. Probably sometime in March, we're going to be doing a compensation plan call. Try to be on those calls because, like Janice said, that's something that we would get into a little bit more with a newbie. And then the girl that's doing our product call for us, she's actually not on our team. She's Jana's like sideline power partner. She knows about our products. She knows about clean eating. That call is
the 2nd?
February 2nd, I think.
Let me look at the date.
I'm going to be posting a save the date on Slim Sisters for that. Then next Monday night, we have the team call all about social media. My mind went totally blank. And I think that's probably all we're going to throw at you guys right now. Get on these calls. We're going to go ahead and close this out in a word of prayer here in just a minute. And then if anybody has any questions, stick around and we'll take those questions. Janie, you want to just close us in prayer real quick? And then we'll stick around for questions. But if you need to hop off, feel free.
All right, let's pray. Dear Lord, we thank you for this time together. We thank you for this training. I pray, Lord, that the people that listen tonight, that they'll be able to take what we have given them, and that you will just make it clear to them, that they will understand what we have said, and that they will be able to take these tools and help it to grow their business, Lord. I pray that you will bless them in a mighty way, Lord. I pray that, God, that you will use them, and Lord, we will give you the honor and we will give you the glory for it. We love you, Lord. In Jesus' name, amen. All right, we'll stick around for questions.
Good night, everybody.
And I tell you what, if you want to stick around for questions, probably the easiest way at the moment is to pop it up on chat. Let us know what your question is, because there's still a lot of people on here, and I'm afraid if people start unmuting and asking questions, it'll get a little chaos. So just throw your questions at us.
Can I record this? We recorded it. We'll be posting it on Slim Sisters page.
Can I win the puppies? Terry, tonight I might send you one or two.
I'm sending her the old 13-year-old dog.
Yeah, but you might be getting the old 13-year-old, the poor little old lady. She is such a grumpy old lady anymore. It's so sad. And she does not like my new puppies. My new puppy, yeah. I have a toddler. You can have Terry. All right, Terry. Or Stephen Wells, let me know when I can tell my really funny story. All right, we'll let you know, Stephen.
If I say your dog.
Here come the puppies, guys. Anybody got like an actual, like how cute is that? Like, is that cute or is that cute? This is my baby. This is my daughter, Sarah. For those of you that don't know, this is my baby.
Here, you can hold your dogs.
These are our Plexus puppies.
For dogs. For real.
That's what these are. These are our Plexus. Oh, goodness.
Okay, no questions?
Really? None at all. So you guys are going to be like.
Be the pack leader. Yes, ma'am, Charlotte. Yes, ma'am.
I had
it's
one
like
that I
y'all
lost.
And puppy. Oh, it is. The blonde and the dark hair. It's like y'all, and they're boys. But
yeah, they're boys too.
This is Joey. He's named after Joey on Friends, and we have an 11-year-old lab at home named Gunther, after Gunther on Friends. This is Buck.
And I did not name him.
He's named that because he's so tough.
My husband named him. If I got to pick the breed, He got to pick the gender and the name. So yes, we have Buck. He's so sweet, though. I don't even care that his name's Buck. He's just so sweet.
And they play with each other, and it's the cutest thing you've ever seen in your life.
And they're not potty trained, by the way. If anybody's got wants to come over and potty train my dog, I'll let you. I might even pay you. Amber drank some Slim before the meeting.
I did?
No, that's what it said.
Why did he say that?
Did you say to wait until they're ready to start the biz to meet and train with them? Okay, yes. So, like, if you just have a wholesale ambassador and they've just flat out told you that I'm just here for the products, I would never sit down with them and do what we just did with you. It's just way too much information and they don't want it. All they want is the products at a cheaper price right now. So what we said we do, what I do with a wholesale ambassador, I add them to Slim Sisters page. And I add them to, well, that's the only team page I add a wholesale ambassador to. And I make sure, I would just make sure whatever team page you add them to, there's lots of product information posted there and testimonies. You want to keep your wholesale ambassadors engaged on that page, and that's what'll do it for them. And then I basically treat them as a customer. I send them information on how to take their products. I send them product information. I follow up with them to see how they're doing on their products. And then I make sure that every once in a while I'm like, hey, I know you're loving your products. Hey, you can make a business out of this. And I make sure they know that that's an option. So that's what I do.
Her name is Ame Darling, but it's spelled A-I-M-E-E. It looks like Amy, A-I-M-E-E. And her last name is Darling, D-A-R-L-I-N-G.
There you
go. Thanks, Ashley Potter. The other one is Wendy Larson. And then Jennifer Pickett. I'm not spelling any of these because they spell.
And they're on that document as well. If you guys pulled that up from the files tab, they're on there as well. We always lead with the business, Jill. If you have not gone and watched our leading with the business video, I'll go tag you in it right now. You will watch that and you'll know exactly where we stand on that. If someone wants to buy the products at a wholesale price, they know they're not going to get the 60-day money-back guarantee, but they're going to be spending well over $100 a month, then I will definitely encourage them to be a wholesale ambassador. And there's several reasons for that. Whenever they polled the most recent poll that they did with all of the jewels of Plexus, they asked how many of them signed up just to get the discount. How many of them signed up as a wholesale ambassador, basically, is what they were asking. Over 90% of them did. I'm one of them. I signed up just to get the discount. So that's where a lot of your superstars end up coming from, is those people who just wanted the discount. So you get them on a team page, a strong team page, an active team page. Keep up with them, follow up with them, and you may end up with a rock star on your hands as a result of it. If all they ever do is sign up as a customer, then I think that you're limiting them. Ashley Potter, I do know where that questionnaire is. It was posted later on today, and I will see if I can find it and get it to you. I'll post it on the Slim Sisters page somewhere as well. But Jill, I'm going to tag you in that video as well. So you
gotta remember, if you lead with the business, you still kind of have customer in your back pocket. If they say no to being a customer, it's going to be really hard to get them to become an ambassador. If they say no to being an ambassador, you might still get them as a customer. I have an ambassador that is only doing it on wholesale. She's not on Facebook. She and her mom both order it. Her mom is my friend on Facebook. Could I add her to the page? Her mom is not an ambassador, but she is. Our team page is set up really for our ambassadors and our team, and that's how most of the team pages are set up. I would just encourage your friend, one way or another, to get on Facebook. Even if she doesn't want to work the business, just tell her, every once in a while when you're having a conversation with her, oh, I saw so-and-so on Facebook, maybe a mutual friend y'all have, and build up Facebook to her. Can you join a Plexus Zoom call without being invited?
Yeah, you just have to send somebody the link.
Yeah.
I sent somebody the link tonight. Amber posted it. I copied and pasted it and sent it to someone. Anybody can get on the Zoom call. When we do Zoom calls, it's for our team. It's just so you know that, but you don't have to be invited. You just have to have the link. You just have to have the link to click on.
Krista, a wholesale ambassador still needs $100 worth of products every month. A wholesale ambassador and a regular ambassador is the exact same thing as far as how they sign up and their requirements. It's the exact same thing. The difference is we're calling them a wholesale ambassador, referring to the ones who say they don't want to work the business.
That's just a name. That's just terminology we use. It's not an actual name with Plexus. They're an ambassador. But Krista, if you haven't watched that video either, go watch that video on the Slim Sisters page. I can tag you in it if you haven't seen it. It will really explain this more in depth. The most recent girl, my most recent customer was a lady that came to me, and she was very adamant that she only wanted to start with Slim. So you can bet, though, I actually presented the ambassador option to her, and then I said, it's the cheapest way to get it, but honestly, it's probably not the best fit for you. But I wanted her to know that it was still an option in the future, that if she decides to go ahead and add in the ProBio and the BioCleanse and maybe the X Factor, it's a great option for her. So I wanted that to be planted in her mind. But then I said, listen, you're only going to be buying the Slim. You're not going to have your $100 worth of product. So you're probably better off as my customer. And so that's the route she went. She became a preferred customer. But when someone comes to me and they're going to buy the Triplex and maybe X Factor, or them and their husband are both going to be doing the Triplex, as long as they're not worried about that 60-day money-back guarantee, then yes, I will encourage them to sign up as an ambassador. It ends up, if you can understand our compensation plan, it ends up being better for me, but most of all, it's a better deal for them. They're getting the cheapest price as an ambassador. So I try to get them to understand that, but they do not get the 60-day money-back guarantee. And they do need to have their $100. If they're not going to have the $100, it's no good to me. They might as well be a retail customer or a preferred customer. So yes, they need to have their $100 with the products. And Krista, I'm going to tag you in that right now too. In that video that we're talking about.
If they insist on being an ambassador but only will be getting ProBio BioCleanse, they won't be meeting their $100 every month as a requirement, and they will automatically be sent their backup order, so they're still going to be charged for more product. In order to be an active ambassador and be able to order wholesale prices, you have to have your backup order turned on. Your backup order has to total $100 or more. And if you do not reach $100 worth of product in a month, you're going to be sent your backup order. So if they just go in and order ProBio and BioCleanse, they're not at $100. Their backup order is going to go out. It's going to cost them more money. So
they don't want to do that.
They don't want to do that.
If someone comes to you wanting to buy those two products, you just need to say, yeah, ambassador's cheapest way to do it, but you're not going to meet the requirements. And Jill, people do have different opinions on it. I can guarantee you that the vast majority of Jules have the same mindset that we do. And so I'm not for sure exactly what she said. I don't get everyone to sign up as an ambassador. I give them that option. So like I said, watch that video. It will really explain things of what we're talking about. It'll explain it much more in depth of how we present it and how we give people that option. The reason we give people that option, this is all about, when we're talking leading with the business, it's not about like, oh, I want to sign up as an ambassador. I'm going to sign up everybody as an ambassador. It's all about giving people those options. A lot of times they will choose the ambassador option, but a lot of times if you at least present it, you can almost guarantee that you'll walk away with a new customer. So watch the video. I think it'll make a lot more sense to you when you do that, and you'll really get a feel for how we do it. Amber and I don't, by any means, just constantly sign up everybody as an ambassador. You need customers. I think customers are important. To build a team, though, you have to have ambassadors, and a lot of them are going to be wholesale ambassadors. I have wholesale ambassadors that have been with me for almost 2 years. And so you have to, they're part of the business. Wholesale ambassadors are. Like we said, we made up that terminology. That's just a term we use. They're ambassadors. They can start their business any day they want to. They're signed up. They're ready to go. Anyone else? Anyone else? Thank y'all for sticking around.
This has been like the most serious after party we've ever had in the history of after parties.
Anybody got any other questions for us?
All right. Oh, here we go. If you have a customer that signs as a preferred customer and decides to stop shipment on their order, does that disqualify them from being a preferred customer? Well,
no, they can just go back in and sign back up. Is that what you're meaning?
They won't get that order, but they can go back in and order again, if that makes sense.
Yeah, so if you have a customer, they quit. I mean, this happens to us all the time. You'll find this happens. You'll have customers that have quit. 6 months later, they'll call you back up. They can go back in and sign that up. That answers the question. Okay.
When do you create a team page? How many ambassadors do you have? Do you want to have before doing that? Different jewels have different opinions on this. Jana and
our opinions have changed on this over the last little bit.
Jana and I teach when you have one ambassador, you have a team. And at that point, start a team page. It's going to feel really silly for a little while. You're going to be like, okay, I could just send this person a message. It's my mom. She's my first ambassador. That's okay. This is going to do a couple of things for you. When your team starts to grow, you're already going to have files in this team page. You're already going to have maybe some small contests running on this team page. They don't have to be big contests. People go nuts for a $20 gift card, okay? Especially Target. I don't know what it is about Target. They go crazy. But then as people start joining your team and they're added to that team page, you're already going to be viewed as a leader. You're not going to have to wait to start that team page. They're going to look at you and they're going to go, huh, Vicki already has a team page. That's so cool. I want to see what Vicki's saying on her team page. I want to look at this. Why? Because they know Vicki. They signed up. I'm talking to Vicki Westbrook, by the way. They know Vicki. They signed up with Vicki. She is their upline. She is who they're looking to for leadership. So let's say Vicki has just started and she has no clue what to post on her team page. That's okay. Go to the Slim Sisters page. Go to Beth Anderson's page and Alicia McKee and Sunday's page and Celeste's page. Go to those pages. Look at what we've posted in our files. Pull them, save them, and post them in yours. Look at different things like our Leading with the Business video that constantly gets pushed back up to the top of our page because people constantly tag other people in it. Look at things like that have a lot of traffic to them and post those on your team page. Run small contests. Like I said, they don't have to be big. But like we talked about earlier, those contests were part of what drove Jana to go, I want to do this business. I want to win.
The very first big contest Cindy offered, I won $350 and I went and bought a new vacuum with it. And I still have that vacuum and I still think of that contest every time I vacuum. So, I mean, I won some other small prizes too. So contests, man, I mean, they're powerful. When you get somebody that's a little bit motivated by that, a little bit competitive, contests are huge.
We do have people ask us often, and I think it's awesome. I feel like we have a great personality on our team page, a great attitude on our team page. It feels kind of like a family.
A great community. Yeah, it's sense of community.
And we have people ask us, how do y'all do that? I think one way we do it is we are family, and we run that team page together. We are family. It's a party now. Anyways, if you can find someone to power up with in this business and kind of run your team page together, someone you trust, someone that you know is going to have your back if you go on vacation and you need them to post for you or vice versa, and someone that you really get along with well. We get along pretty well. Do this business with them. Run that team page together. Another thing that I think that's helped our community on our team page are these Zoom calls. Getting on here and, Janelle meeting Rebecca, they live in different states. They're right here next to each other on this Zoom call. And Krista gets to meet Ann Scahill, and on it goes. We start to feel more like a family and a community. So start hosting Zoom calls. If you need anyone to ever talk on your Zoom calls, we'll be a little more professional than we were on ours tonight. We'll be there on time. We'll get the job done.
Unless there's a basketball game.
But we will have fun with it. But ask your upline to help with those Zoom calls.
I'm reading messages. Lindsay Hughes, I hope you're leading with the business, girl. Lead with the business. Get you a new ambassador.
The rest are just people telling us
all right,
they love Target.
And yes, we love Target. Oh my gosh, I love Target. And I tell you what, I did get a Dyson vacuum. And I would still love that Dyson vacuum.
I tell you what, I got a Roomba for Christmas. That thing, this sounds so stupid. It's a robotic vacuum.
It's changed her life.
It's changed my life. It has changed my life. Our oldest dog sheds like a beast. I run that thing about once a day. It's changed my life. Absolutely.
Yeah. So, I bought a vacuum with that thing. I can't remember it. I wanted a Dyson for so long, and I won the money. And I went.
Julie, if someone could invent the laundry buck,
I want a laundry folder
laundry
and puts it
away for you. I think I would spend whatever I needed to get that. David, this is kind of just how I am. I mean, I don't know. Like, am I crazy today?
Maybe you've had a few too many Slims. We got a little.
I haven't had anything to eat since lunch, so I'm a little bit hungry. We didn't have time to eat between the game and here, so.
Yep. I can't believe I'm leaving the after party. Night, friends. Night, Ann
Scahill. Everybody wave at Ann Scahill.
Bye, Ann Scahill. Hey, if you guys haven't went and watched Ann's new video with her and her husband, go watch it. It's on YouTube, right, Ann?
The Scahills.
It's so good. Okay, so John, for those of you who don't know, John and Ann's husband John and my husband used to work together. And so the first thing when I saw the video, and you will think this too, I'm like, John is such a cop. I mean, he is such a police officer on there, and he is a police officer. So it's a good video though. It's so sweet. He made me cry. It's very sweet. Go watch Ann's video. It'll build your belief.
That is awesome. That is absolutely awesome. And
wow.
Heather Adams, I might have just bought that washing machine. I don't know if it's that exact one that you're talking about, but it holds and the dryer dries a ton of laundry.
Oh, Terry, I want to see it. That'll be sweet. Is it going to be about Plexus, or is it going to be about the new grandbaby, though? Or it could be a combination.
Terry, unmute yourself and tell us about your new video.
Or, Terry, your video could be about our Uber ride in Washington, D.C.
We thought y'all were
exactly what it was.
We thought y'all were dead.
We thought we were dead.
We did too. We thought we didn't know where he was taking us.
I know Steven had a great time though. So
yes, it was awesome.
He was chill. So what's your video going to be
awesome,
about?
David. You posted David. Hey, that's awesome.
We're not really going to do a video.
Oh.
We really should. I'll have to come up with something really great. It might be some lip syncing or something.
That'll be good.
I can totally see John doing that.
Me too.
He's such a crazy guy, isn't he?
You said we can buy the information from Super Saturday. Yes, it will be available in our back office sometime soon.
It'll be the new Success Kit, and they're saying the first part of February. It should be on there, and I think it was how much to purchase, like $18.95, $16.95.
Julie, that sounds boring. You should stay on the call. No, $16.99. You can buy the new Success Kit.
It's well worth it.
Yeah. Okay. My buddy Stephen Wells is dying to tell us a story.
So unmute yourself, Stephen.
Unmute, Stephen.
I'm a little scared. I'm a little worried.
This is the funniest Plexus story of all time.
Amber, first of all, I started.
Get ready to laugh your head off.
Yeah. Yes. Okay, so it involves underwear, but just hear me out. It's not gross, okay? Just listen.
Something bad's about to happen.
So Friday morning, you need to know that I got up and showered about 7 o'clock, and I went to the chiropractor, and then Christy and I went to Fernandina Beach to lead worship for a ladies' retreat, okay? So we get in our hotel room. So you need to know that I got up at 7 and showered and got dressed. So we set up the sound system, set up everything, and we get in our hotel room about 4 o'clock and 4 p.m. And I'm kind of hot just from setting up the sound system. So Christy lays down on the bed and falls asleep. Well, I decide I'm going to take my clothes off to cool down before we got to go lead worship. So I take off my shirt and my pants, and I'm walking around the room. Listen. I'm walking around the room in my boxer briefs, okay? So all of a sudden, I reach my hand back to scratch my back, and I feel something on my back. Listen. I feel something on my back, and it felt like plastic. And I'm like, what is on me? So I reach my hand back there, and sticking out of my underwear, like stuck in the elastic band, is a Plexus Slim. It is a Slim, like it was in it. Like a real Slim. How did Slim get in my underwear? How did it
trying to sink into your skin at this point?
How did it stay all day from 7 a.m. Until 4 p.m.? I had a Slim going like this.
Plexus, it's there when you need it.
Right.
It was flapping up because, isn't that unbelievable?
Oh my god!
And that was just on the recording. Plexus.
Yeah, we're still recording.
No one's gonna watch this far.
No one's gonna watch this far.
That's all I wanted.
On you girls a long time ago. That's what's
Amber. That's why I wanted to tell you and Jonathan, so I wasn't talking to you on the phone, just you, about my underwear.
My gosh.
How funny is that?
Oh, that's hilarious.
Questions you never want to hear. How did Slim get in my underwear?
That's hysterical.
Oh my goodness. Bye, Lindsay. Oh, Lindsay texted me and says Easton looked at the video screen and goes, "There's Aunt Jana and Aunt Burr."
Aww.
He's such a smart kid. He is a really smart kid.
So yeah, we were just thrilled Sunday.
Personal testimony.
Keep it personal, Stephen. So Lindsay is my niece, and we keep her little boy once in a while. And this past Sunday, Lindsay, we came home and we were all excited. Nobody got peed on this past Sunday.
Yeah, so Stephen always has free samples.
I didn't know that sample.
What if someone came up to you and was like, "Can I get a sample of Plexus?"
And you pulled out of your underwear.
Gross.
It's warm.
Gross.
Ew.
I just can't imagine how it got there. I cannot.
Did y'all I don't know.
Well, the only thing, I had gotten the underwear that morning out of the suitcase that was going to the retreat, but I don't think any Slim was packed in I don't know how it got there and how it stayed there.
Did you ask Christy how Slim got in your underwear? Maybe she has something to do with it.
That sounds so funny. How did Slim get in my underwear?
For real. I think you should ask her. I bet she has something to do with it.
We had the biggest laugh over that.
It's hilarious.
She's so cute. You're welcome, guys. This has been a really fun call. I think we're going to probably get off here for now because it's 9:36 and I want to go home. Make sure there's no Slim in my underwear. Good night. Goodbye.
Yes, that needs to be in your Diamond documentary,
Yes.
Stephen. We need to make sure that's going to be a fun Diamond documentary. We'll laugh a lot on that.
Yeah.
She's
All right. We'll see you guys later. We're going to go ahead and end it now.
Bye, guys. Love ya.